I would like to say one thing. I was saying in my video that lima bean and butter beans are or lima beans has two different beans, but I'm wrong about that. I got to thinking about it. Some people call lima beans butter beans. That's what we called it growing up. The only difference is between the green lima beans and the reason I call them butter beans, I guess, as the lima beans get older, they take a creamy texture looking buttery. Let me show you. I've finished my beans. They take a creamy texture looking color, you know, like butter. So that's why people, I guess, in the country call them butter beans. But there's no difference between a lima bean and butter beans. The only difference is this. A lima bean, when they're young, they are green. As they age, they lose their greenness. They lose the green color and start taking on more of a buttery looking color. Now you know the rest of the story, and no, I'm not Paul Harvey. Alrighty, my friends, I am going to cook some. I've already cooked a little of these, so this bag has been opened. This is a 2-pound bag, so I'm going to cook about 1.5 pounds of lima beans. We call these butter beans growing up. They're grown in the USA, and they come out of Saraland, Alabama. You can season it with fat back. It can be raw fat, a slice of raw fat back, a slice of raw bacon, bologna, ham, whatever you want to season it with. You can put a little meat in it. And the meat will cook while the beans are cooking in the crock pot. And I will take this crock pot brand, put it on low, and let it cook overnight. Rinse your beans off first, and then when you put the beans in the crock pot, cover them, put about, I'd say about 1.5 inches about 1 inch of water over the beans, and throughout the night, check on the beans. You don't want to put too much water because you want to create a base. You want to create a thick base, you know, the soup for your beans. You don't want the soup part of the beans, in other words, the liquid, to be too watery. If you want a great flavor, do not put too much water. Comprehende? Be back later, alligators. As you can see right here, these China doll beans, they are produced or distributed by the China Doll Rice and Beans Incorporated out of Saraland, Alabama. Saraland, Alabama is the southern very part of Alabama. It's a little city in Saraland. So if I'm not mistaken, it's not far from Mobile because I've driven right past it before. This product is grown in nature's earth and handled by some mechanical methods. Check to remove any foreign materials before preparing. That's why I said you put your beans in a crock pot and you rinse them off. We will do that. I normally use spring water. I'm out of spring water, so I will cook these in sink water, but 99% of the time I use spring water. Cover your beans in some water. The bad beans will float to the top. If you got some broken in half or they're super hard like rocks, you can throw them out in the trash. But always rinse your beans off. They come from the Mother Earth, from the ground, from the bean sprouts and stuff. All right, I will rinse these off, and I will fill it up with water, maybe about 1 inch over the top of the beans. Place it on low, let them cook overnight. If the water gets a little bit low, you want to maintain about 1 inch over your beans. Any more than that, you'll have a thin soup base. If you're like me, and you want the beans to taste the best, always try to produce a thick soup base. In other words, if you put too much water, you take away from the flavor of the bean soup. Okay, my friends, this is the next day, the next evening, as a matter of fact. As you can see, remember these was full. I brought you can pick this container up and take it out of the crock pot. This is the actual ceramic bowl. Remember, it's full, so I've already ate some of the beans. But let me show you the lima beans. Growing up, we call these butter beans. They're a cream colored bean. And the limas that was light green, remember, is ones I always called lima. But see, these look like butter beans. What we called them growing up in the country in Georgia. And they turned out perfect. And what did I season them with? I didn't have no bacon or anything. I didn't have any bacon. I normally use raw bacon, and the bacon will cook in the beans. If you don't have any raw bacon or fat back, or even ground beef works. You can use bologna. This bologna is made out of chicken and pork and beef. It's Oscar Mayer, thick Oscar Mayer. I took one slice of thick Oscar Mayer bologna and I broke it up into chunks, put it in my beans, and it helps flavor the beans. And I did not put any seasoning in it because with that bologna, which already has seasoning in the bologna, the beans will taste great. Well, also I went by Angles and was going to get cornbread, but the lines were long over in Colonial Heights, a community in Kingsport, so I did not get the cornbread muffins. So I normally eat cornbread with these, and I like to season my beans with this right here, Chappie's pepper sauce. And we will take, I have a wooden spoon, and we will dip some over in here. So, sorry, let me get my hand out of the way. As you can see, they turned out perfect. I use this wooden ladle, and I dip the beans over into a little small bowl. And I love onions, sweet onions. That's a sweet onion with my beans. I don't care if it's pintos, lima beans, butter beans, whatever. So, let's take this spoon, let's dip some of the beans over here. Boy, they're hot. See the steam coming off of them? Yes, you can see it. See the steam? As you can see, if you never tried it, I'm telling you, my friends, you can use a slice of Oscar Mayer bologna, tear it up into chunks, about this size right here, like this. You can tear it up into chunks like this, and it works perfect to season your beans. It doesn't matter if it's pintos or whatever. So that's enough beans, because I've got fazoli's for dinner. Sonia bought me fazoli's, the ultimate sampler. And I also got a Walmart video I did today, Walmart haul. So let's sample these beans that I cooked. As you can see, remember I was telling you about don't put too much water. The soup base turned out perfect. It's medium base. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. The soup base turned out perfect. Look here. Medium thick. That's the way I like it. It's not too watery. Perfect. As you can see it in my bowl. So, did not put too much water. It turned out perfect. I let these slow cook overnight. They did slow cook overnight. And now I've got them on warm on the inside. I will take this back inside, put this back in the crock pot, leave it on warm until I finish eating these in the next day. So, can you smell what your boy the Big O is eating from your neck of the woods? Now that's the real question, my friends. Lima beans, fresh onions. I'm a great cook. As you can see, let me turn the camera back around real slow. I'm hand holding this phone. The soup base is perfect. Look here. See how it's thick, medium thick, not too watery, but perfect. This is great. I'm a good cook. On my food rating scale from 0 to 10, what will I give these beans? Let's go in for a bite and see if Big O's right. Can you say butter bean from your neck of the woods? Technically, these are called lima beans, but we called them butter beans growing up. These get a 10. Just look at it, people. These get a 10. They're good. Look at that piece of bologna. I give them a 10. Please like, comment, subscribe as always. Give me a thumbs up. Share my videos, help me to grow right here on the Big O Show. Can you smell what your boy the Big O is eating from your neck of the woods? Sonia will be, my girlfriend, will be able to smell what I'm eating from my neck of the woods, because beans make you fart. Fart, fart, fart. Eat more beans and you'll fart, fart, fart. Thumbs up, comment, share my videos, help me to grow. Be happy, positive, and focused. Mountain life, my friends, mountain life. Mountain life, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And an onion too.